Very interesting. Okay. Let's talk for a moment about your geographic focus. Your company has a large collection of hotels, not only in the U.S., but also in Latin America, the Caribbean, and Europe as well. What are some of the unique challenges that come with operating a large international portfolio?
That's another interesting question. You know, I've been in this business a long time, and every time somebody came to us and said, hey, why don't you do something outside the country? I'd go, no, we don't understand the culture, we don't understand how it works. And as we grew, and the opportunities in America, certainly during the last downturn, started to disappear, we obviously started to pay attention to people that came for us from outside the country. Mm-hmm. The issues are all cultural, all cultural. You know, there's some countries, I won't name them all, there's a country in the islands whereby it is not considered culturally the right thing to do to look somebody in the eye. Well, in this country, we believe you should look somebody in the eye. In that country, it's also rude not to look them in the eye. We're also in the boutique hotel business. You notice today I'm wearing a tie, which is not like the boutique hotel business. The first day I went to Colombia and met with our partner who was the developer there, I had my untied shirt on and my jeans, and I walked into his office. I'd never met him before. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. He had a tie on, I did not. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I traveled, I was on a plane, I had my jeans on. I was expecting him to say it was okay. He looked at me and said, well, we're quite formal here in Colombia. We'd rather you wear a tie next time. So that will give you a clue as the cultural differences in countries in every kind of way, from the way they treat their associates to the way they treat each other. We have to learn those things. And it's a long learning curve. We've been in Brazil for almost 5 years now. After 5 years, we're only on our second hotel because of the culture. It is hard, it is difficult. You have to have partners on the ground in all of those countries. We have hotels in Colombia, Anguilla, the Bahamas, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador. They're all different. Every single one of them is different. A lot of us, my wife is from Spain, so she speaks with a Spanish accent. So anybody walks up to her, especially if you live in Miami, they say, oh, you're from Venezuela. And of course, she's uncomfortable with that. The same with the folks in those countries. Just because they're from South America does not make them one homogeneous group. They're all different, with different cultures, different histories. They're very proud of who they are and what they are. And they do have some background in hospitality. Just because we swoop in from Miami, Florida, and I'm from England, we don't know better than they do. They have a culture, they have a history, they have a way of doing business, and we had to learn it. So it's taken us a while. The challenges are mostly all cultural. They're not with language, they're not with the money. To build a building, you build a building there the same way you build it here. But culturally, they are different people, and you better learn how to operate within that culture.
It reminds me of that old New Yorker cover that shows sort of Manhattan and then the rest of the world, sort of Manhattan is giant and the rest of the world is very small. Here in the U.S., we're very focused on what we do here and sort of assume, I think, that everybody else does it the same way we do, but it's not necessarily the case.
I think so. It's also interesting. When I came to America, this is a long time ago, but I came from England, and I started to talk to Americans, and they said to me, I think I was talking about television or something, and they go, oh, you have television? I go, oh yeah, we have television, we have electricity, we have cars. It's amazing what we have over there. There is a feeling here that we know best, and that we've got all these things that the rest of the world doesn't have, and sometimes we can learn some things from the rest of the world. We certainly have from our operating abilities and stuff from people in other countries. So yeah, it certainly is a learning experience.
Great.